in the Isrl Super Formula. And this evening we're also joined by...
Me!
Over to you. Him!
Right. Me! It's definitely me. I checked when I woke up this morning. It is me. It still is me. I think it's always going to be me. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, there's positives and negatives, I'm sure. So yeah, we're joined by Craden this evening. He'll be running a stream as well on his channel, if you want to see his point of view up against what I choose to commentate on. Hopefully we'll manage to catch far more than one of us would on our own.
Yeah. As
You
most
never
of you
know.
know, I'll always be watching from behind anyway.
He likes the view from the back.
Yeah, we won't do the obvious one on that one. I'm going to try and keep it clean. I'm going to keep it between the navigational beacons, shall we say.
Well, I promised Robbo that I'd behave if left on my own, so I thought I'd get an adult supervision.
You chose me!
Basically, if anything goes wrong, it's all your fault or Robbo's.
Right, I'm happy with that.
Excellent. Let's have some keyboard shortcuts.
So, do I have to... Here's a daft question. Do I have to enter the race, or do I just click on spectate from the get-go?
You can just spectate from the get-go.
There you go, look at that. See, learning something new every day.
Every day's a school day.
True story.
Even this late on a Saturday night. Continues to learn. So yeah, you've done a fair bit of racing on this circuit. Seen a few of your videos when you're going nearly hammer and tong along the track.
Can you call it racing? What I do? I pootle along and let other people win, I think, is what we can officially say.
I tend to say. Yeah, right. I can understand that.
I also don't know the format for this race, so I apologise in advance. I know it's Super Formula. I'm going to stick to the...
check at half past.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
On quali. Quali I think is 10 minutes. And I'll hastily hit the Discord for more information.
Yeah,
so
nice.
We're looking at 18 laps. 1-8. 18 laps this evening.
No wonder they're doing it in Super Formula.
Yeah, they'll get round there sharpish. Race is due to start in about 8:40. It's about half an hour the race will last for. So yeah, this is the series that alternates weekly with the multi-class.
Yeah. So
we'll be back at the multi-class again next week for a bit more GR1 and GR3 action.
Awesome. Right, so what they're going to be doing now then? Is this quali?
This is a quick stuck check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so a little stuck check just to make sure everyone's connected correctly. And this usually ends in the first corner, carnage, and then everyone will jump out. When everyone's jumped out, that's quali will start.
Right, so we'll do what everybody does. What are your predictions for this race then, Budge?
Well, it's Raiden's always good to put your money on. Racer Tay is also right up there at the front. Vitamin G is very fast. MJ Walter has been absolutely superb when he's been racing. He's really improved over the last couple of weeks. He's just learned to sort of hold back on some of his overtakes, and it's really helped his speed and things. But yeah, it's a really strong group.
So never fancied this one yourself then? Because I know that you're quite the driver.
I quite like the yeah, I quite like the faster cars, but that's a lot of gear changes, and I haven't had a lot of time to practice recently with other games taking a bit of my time. But yeah, I think
I'll accept responsibility for that one.
Yes, that's an excellent bit of farming the other night.
It was. That front flip in that tractor was awesome. May I just say that?
Yeah, thank you. It took a lot of practice, dedication, and hard work.
Yeah, and none of it by me. So I was really happy actually.
Hey Nick, how you doing this evening? I didn't manage to catch your video for the GR3, but I'll watch that later on this evening. Hunty, on a bus. Hurry up.
Hunty's on a bus?
Hunty's on a bus.
Isn't he supposed to be in a Super Formula?
He's got the wrong vehicle there. Hopefully he'll be home soon.
Well,
good to see him.
No, you know what? I'm not going to plug it. I was going to, but I'll leave that for another day. Right, so yeah, I'm going to apologise in advance to everybody listening, because this is the first time I've ever done this. I don't normally commentate on other people's races, especially when they're live. I've promised Budge I won't swear.
That was one thing. Did you write the other things on the back of your hand? I said write it on the back of your hand. Yeah, but I'm
sweating that much at the moment that it's all just one big black blob.
Ah, okay.
Because I don't mind admitting, I'm a bit nervous for this.
Oh, it'll be great.
I know. I don't like it.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh dear. You had to do that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Right, so I'm guessing what they're doing now, they're just a little bit of warm-up, is it?
This is the first warm-up lap. They're doing their qualifying at the moment.
Oh, excuse me.
So yeah, once they'll put a banker lap in, then probably dive back into the pits again, stick another pair of boots on, and see if they can beat their first quality time. I'm not sure what the tyre wear is going to be like across the race, but it looks like the super softs are wearing after the first lap.
Wow. Right, just very quickly trying to remember how to use this.
So I'm watching Brighton Lad at the moment. Had a little tussle in, I think it was the GR2s last weekend with Brighton Lad. Lasted a few laps and ultimately in defeat for myself.
The thing I want to know is Brighton Lad from Brighton? Because that's only up the road from me. That's quite scary.
No.
Oh, I'll shut up then.
Don't think so. Sounds it's a Newcastle supporter, and I know you can support Newcastle from anywhere.
That is true.
Actually, I spoke to him when I was in a lobby talking to him. Pretty sure he's sounded Geordie. It's all above the M. He's definitely above the M4. So he's northern.
Wait a minute, I'm above the M4.
And you are northern as well.
Technically, I'm the middle.
In the middle.
Because literally what they call the heart of England is only like a 15-minute drive, so... I don't know, you dodgy southerners.
Well, someone's got to live down here.
True story. Lovely part of the world there.
It's very green.
And we like that.
Right, so at the moment we have Raiden in pole position, Racer 10 second, Brighton Lad doing well in third, Vitamin G in fourth, but it looks like he's getting a good toe off Raiden as he's starting his fourth lap. See whether Raiden lets him pass as they get down to the braking area. He doesn't. They're still pushing really hard. Oh, Raiden's had a spin coming out of the bottom section. He was on mediums as well. It's interesting. So Raiden was in pole position, or is in pole position on medium tyres. Racer Tay mediums as well. Brighton Lad super soft. Vitamin G's on super softs. As is Rooty M3 guy. Super softs as well. Walter on mediums. This may also be a punishment for being in the top three positions.
Gap Gaming's just come out on mediums as well.
Okay, so is there even someone on Emperor Buttocks? He's on softs. That's the sort of thing I'd do. If I saw there were people out on mediums and some people that were out on super softs, I'd get all confused as to which one I should go for and then go for softs in the middle.
Yeah, I'd just ask for tyres.
See what they put on. Go for a drive.
Innit? Well, I suppose for quali you are going to want the super softs just for the better grip in the corners, so you can go just a little bit faster, and then maybe swap to the softs or the mediums for the race itself. Ooh, look at me sounding like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, getting all confused then.
Yeah, it confused you. I don't even know who I am anymore.
So yeah, now we've got first place. On a full half second faster than Braden. I've got Raiden is starting a... I'm guessing that's his out lap.
Yeah, I'm a little confused that there's only 10 runners. I'm guessing a few people are running late this evening.
Yeah, you've got Hunty is, I don't know, out riding buses, I believe it was.
I believe that's also illegal in certain states.
Well, we'll just have to hope that the state he's in isn't illegal.
True. Interesting at the moment, Rui has gone purple in Sector 1.
Oh.
But it hasn't given me a time for a second sector. Interesting. Let's see if you can finish this lap quicker than his last. Nope, okay.
Jay Walter just slipping off his best pace a little bit there.
Oh.
Yeah, there's confirmation on YouTube that Hunty has taken a day trip around the countryside in a bus, and he's just not managed to get home in time.
Oh, bless him.
Does like a nice trip in a bus, does Hunty?
Well, I'm watching Gad Gaming at the moment. He's, I'm guessing he's a pad player the same as me, because he's very wobbly even on the straights. He might, I suppose he could be trying to put a little bit of heat in his tyres.
Yeah, that's oh, Fran losing it completely coming out of the corner and just ghosting in time for Brighton lad to drive through. So that's the thing about this course with on the road circuit, there's nowhere to kind of disappear off to if you make a mistake.
Oh, no, wrong button. Let's have a look at the timings, see if anyone's on for a hot lap. No. That was rather anticlimactic, I apologise for that.
Yeah, we're just following Brighton as he hits the side and goes in the pit.
It looks like Rui's going to put in another solid lap though. Still hasn't improved.
Oh. I can picture a little angry fella, whether he is or not, sat on a bus shouting at us. So yeah, Mr. Hunty's been at work today, gets there by bus. So he's just coming back from work, so he may well miss this evening's race. I take it he's not going to be back in time for this to even start at the back. But like he says, he'll try and make up for it in 2 weeks' time in Catalonia.
Well, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that he makes it, because even if you start from the back, it's still a start.
It's a start.
And to be honest, that's where I'm normally at, so things can happen from the back. Ooh.
Yeah, and he'll also be taking part in the multi-class race next week. Did rather well, I think, from what I can remember of last week's race. In the GR3s.
I'm really sorry to cut you off there, bud, but I'm really hoping that Vitamin G wasn't on the flying lap then, because MJ Walters kind of pulled out in front of him. And I'd like to think he's now trying to give him a little bit of tow, but I think he's impeding him more than anything else.
Okay.
Oh, there you go, solves that problem as MJ Walters smashes it into the wall. Even I know that's not the fastest line.
No. uh,
I really feel like I should have your stream going at the same time so I can see what's going on in your chat.
Yeah, you should, yeah. It's just gentle encouragement on the commentary from Hunty.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Oh, do you know what I'm going to do? And I normally forget this myself when I'm recording or streaming, and that's turn notifications.
Turn off your notifications.
Oh, look at this. Budgefet is now live. Let's have a bit of that.
Alive. Alive. So yeah, what we're only going to... Oh, nearly speared out by Racer Tay.
Ooh. Raiden doing a very nice Billy Elliot impersonation there.
Yeah, there's a few that are struggling on this course at the moment. Well, actually, Tay's rear tyres are close to assisting next to her past 10 minutes. So that is the end of qualifying. Not that we missed the end at all. But yeah, so Rooty starts on pole position with Right and Lad in second, Vitamin G third, Raiden fourth, Racer Tay, MJ Walters, Gad Gaming, M3 Guy, Emperor Buttocks, and Fran, yeah. So we have
potentially Hunty if he gets that quick enough.
Yeah, he's he says he's on an East Yorkshire bus.
Oh dear.
Is that bad, is it? Like a traction engine. So let's see Fred Dibner jump out.
To be fair, I'd be more worried if you said Percy Thrower.
Percy Thrower. Was that the gardener from Blue Peter?
Well, he did do a little bit for Blue Peter, but he's a very, very old gardener, yes. Ah, silly person, put Wi-Fi on that app. There we go, that's better. So is this just a quick bit of demolition derby before the beginning of the race then?
Yeah.
Some steam before they have to start being racing properly.
Not going to be easy for the first couple of corners on here. They're all going to have to use real damage, real race conditions. That could be quite fun. So here we go. The final has been started. Emperor Buttocks. All bow. Started the race, so here we go.
Well, I think what we'll do, just for giggles, if you take the top 5, I'll take the bottom.
Alrighty.
And then that way, hopefully, we'll be able to cover more of the race over the 2 channels as well.
Yeah, let's do this then.
Right, I'm going to drop down to Fran. And I'll leave the front 5 to you, sir.
Lovely. I'm going to be watching Vitamin G off the line. Looks like Rooty's got away, but Right and Lad's done exceptionally well just in front of him as he'd come out of the corner. Rooty keeps first place from Right and Lad. Racer Tay in third.
M3 Guy did not do that good off the line.
Rooty still leading the way. They're all very gentle and well behaved going on here. There seems to be some exceptionally close racing with Fran looking to get past Vitamin G, which he has, although Vitamin G looks to cut back on the inside and is up to third now. Raiden up to fourth.
Walters just took Fran on the outside, I believe. It was rather a lovely little move there. See, this definitely isn't one of my races. There'd be a massive crash by now.
Yeah, they certainly showed a lot of gaming skill getting
do.
through there with what little contact there was. And at the front,
I've got
Ruti continues to stretch his lead slightly.
I've got a
Right,
lovely
lads, under
three-way battle for
pressure.
6, 7 and 8. Fran, Emperor, Buttocks and Walters. Or Walter rather. Or keep it clean through the tight bits, lads, come on.
Ruti getting out of shape coming out of the chicane. Or the last chicane. Still leading the way from Brighton Lad. 0.3 of a second in front of Vitamin G. 0.4 from Raiden, and then the gap building between Raiden and Racer Tay of 1.5 seconds.
We've got a little bit of rivalry going on. Emperor Buttocks into the wall coming out of the corner there. He's losing positions. Gad Gaming and M3 Guy are really off the pace. They do very quickly seem to be going backwards.
Yeah, talking of backwards, we've got Brighton Lad back down from 2nd to 4th. Vitamin G getting past him first, and then Raiden overtaking him. That's brought Racer Tay back into the equation. He's now 0.6 behind as he catches up with the first 4 cars in front of him.
And then you've got
and
MJ
up front,
Walters 4 seconds behind him.
And there's a half-second penalty for Ruti at the front. Vitamin G now has Raiden all over his rear foot. Exhaust as he moves out to the right-hand side. He's in front of him now. I don't know if there was contact there on the slow right corner.
Looks like
Raiden up into 2nd.
Fran's looking to make a move on Walters there. Oh, he's getting very close in the corners. Oh, Fran's overcooked it coming out of the corners. And Walters is now just romping away.
So up front, Ruti is building a good lead here. He's nearly a second in front of Raiden. And Raiden has Vitamin G, Racer Tay and Brighton still right up behind him. Brighton with a small penalty that will just burn off. And hope to get back up behind Racer Tay.
I'm getting really confused as to what's going on with the with 9th and 10th at the moment. They really are going backwards. M3 Guy is now 23 seconds off the leader. And Gad Gaming is slowing down for some reason. I did see him clip a wall not too long ago. Maybe he's got a bit of damage. But M3 Guy is literally going to have him in the next couple of corners.
So Raiden now trying to pull in Ruti at the front. Still used just slightly over his 3/4 of overtake. On the medium tyres is Raiden. Ruti on the mediums as well. He's got far more overtake left. So Racer Tay's been a little bit more greedy on the overtake button. He's under 3/4 now. But he has managed to catch up. But Vitamin G closing in on him like crazy through the S section here. Just tapping the wall as he was coming past there. And they're now 4.6 in front of Brighton Lad. So he's just sort of in limbo between the two groups at the moment. It's Racer Tay. Ghosts with Vitamin G going past, so they're sort of 2nd, 3rd and 4th place still changing hands quite frequently as Racer Tay picks up a 2.5 penalty. That may be what sorts this or works this game out, who manages to get the least amount of penalties. So we go back up the front, see Ruti being caught by Raiden. Now 0.4. It all gets very squirrely. Raiden does as he comes out the corner there. But that's a strong slipstream on here, and it looks like Raiden's going to pull alongside Rooty and then past him to take first place. And he's just got past him as they come down into the hairpin. Rooty managing to keep the tighter line. Does it give him better drive out of the corner? He just sits back in.
MJ Walters at the moment is trying to catch up to Fran. Doesn't seem to be making too much headway at the moment though. It's a very strung out back end of the field.
Yeah, another thing to take into account, these the cars are rather thirsty. Having nearly completed 5 laps, they're sort of just over half tank of fuel. That could be quite interesting on the length of time in the pits it takes to refuel. That could affect other people's races. A bit of fuel saving from one, and be better to sit behind someone.
Yeah, I do believe that M3 Guy and Gad Gaming, that's going to be their tactics to save as much fuel as possible, because both of them nearly have 3/4 of a tank, which at this point in the race I would have expected them to have burnt off a bit more than that.
Let's have a look back down. Now you've also got M3 guys on hard tyres at the back there.
Yeah, possibly, maybe
If
stretching it out to the final laps before he pops in for a splash and go, you know?
yeah, he's gone for the hardest. Raiden bunts it into the wall coming out the corner. First place is slipped away for him there, but he's managing to keep third. Will he manage to get back up to speed and get rid of a 2.4 second penalty on top of that?
Ooh,
so not only was he facing the wrong way into a wall, by the time he got it straight he had a 2.5 second penalty. Oh. And coming out of that, he's now got Right Lad right up behind him, and he's back down into 4th. That of course releases Rooty at the front. Rather worn medium tyres now, but he's 2.7 seconds in front of Vitamin, who's stretching to a 6-second lead in front of Racer Tay.
Yeah, those boys up front of him start getting harder and harder to catch as well as their cars get lighter.
Yeah, and we've got, so the closest race I've got at the moment is Raiden in 4th and Right and Lad in 5th. Saying that, Fran is only a second behind.
If he can get within that golden 0.8, he'll get the draft, and hopefully I can pass him on to you then, and I'll have Right and Lad.
Yeah, this is it's all come back together again. A couple of mistakes from 1 or 2, and it all
Fran
comes
just
to
clipped
us
the wall
back
coming out
up.
that corner. That's not going to help him.
Oh, Huntley's celebrating this evening with a takeaway. What exactly have you got?
What can you buy for £7? Actually, quite a lot.
Yeah.
Go to the chippy, lad. That's what I say.
Yeah, go to the chippy. I'd go for that as well. Yeah, so Right and Lad in the pits. See, will he come off of the mediums onto the go on to hards? Stays on the medium. It's Raiden on a new set of mediums as well. But out the front, Rooty with Vitamin G all over him, just in time to catch Vitamin G take Rooty. I think Rooty must have had a minute in the corner.
Did Raiden just pop in the pits for new tyres?
Yeah.
Because he didn't take on board any fuel, so I'm presuming he's going to have to stop again at some point.
Yeah, it looks like he'll have a sort of 2-stopper splash and dash at the end then.
In fact, just rolling back through the last 5, the ones that have been in the pits have, by looks of it, only taken new tyres. They haven't actually done anything for fuel.
Okay, well, but the way the fuel's going, they're definitely going to have to stop again. So, though Ruti in second at the moment is due to stop. His tyres look absolutely awful on the front. In first place, Vitamin G looks like he's kept his tyres together a little bit better. Ruti then into the pit. Vitamin G carries on for another lap.
Raiden's on an absolute flyer at the moment as well. He's purple. Oh, and he's just getting back up to 5th place as well.
Yeah, Ruti coming back at the pit, so he's 12 seconds down now on Vitamin G. With 3 seconds behind him is Fran. A second and a half behind Fran is Raiden. And Walter up into 5th during these pits.
Racer Tay down in 6th. We've got Right and Lad in 7th. M3 Guy in 8th. Emperor, because I'm not saying the other word on the live stream, in 9th. And Gad Gaming all the way at the back, who still doesn't look like he's come in the pits for either fuel or tyres. He's also riding the hard tyres, so I'm guessing he's just going to do a splash and go at some point and hope he can take these tyres to the end.
So we just had a lovely overtake from Raiden on Fran. Like you said, he's come out of the pits there. New mediums, probably looking to make up on that little mistake he had earlier and really put the pressure on Fran, and is now pulling away from him rather well.
Oh, Racer
Tay now catching.
Yeah, just gone past Walters and he's back in 5th. And he's pulling away from Walters as well.
Is that Tay? Yeah, I take it Tay must have had a recent stop. Yeah, he's had a recent stop and he's on softs now. So this is going to be his little stint. Fast in the middle for Tay. Fran on a very warm mediums, not pitting then.
Yeah, Walters on the mediums as well. They're going to be starting to feel pretty shocking. Oh, Walters just put it into Fran on the straight there. Oh, Fran has smacked it off the wall. He's parking that. Fran's all the way back down in 7th now for that little assistant, shall we say, from Walters. Doing a little 3-point turn. Oh, and Walters has hit M3 Guy turning round.
It's all going on at the back.
I can't imagine M3 Guy's going to be happy with that, because he does have front wing damage now. And yeah, he's clipping the walls on the exit, so he's hurting at the moment. And Fran obviously lit up his rear tyres there because he hasn't got much left on those mediums.
Yeah, and little accidents like that can ruin your strategy. I guess M3 Guy there, if he's got the hards on, was looking to go really deep into the race as far as he could. Maybe put softs on for the last few laps and get in that way.
Yeah, I don't think his tyres are going to last much longer, to be honest. Those rear tyres are really warm. But Fran is really going to have to come in the next lap or so, because his rear left tyre is almost completely gone as he clips the wall again, so he's not getting much traction out of them now.
No. So at the front, Vitamin G's lead on very warm medium tyres has been cut from 12 seconds down to 5.5.
Wow.
By Ruti.
He's got a bit of a charge on.
Yeah, Vitamin's got some very warm tyres there, see, and Ruti's gone into the pits and got himself a pair of softs, and he's certainly is catching. Both of them got to stop again.
Fran's finally into the pits. It looks like he's gone for the softs as well. Oh, he's taken on a lot of fuel here as well.
Yeah, be doing extremely well to get the softs to the end from there.
Yeah. Oh no, sorry, my bad. It showed red tyres, but he's not. He's on the hards.
Gone to the hards.
Yeah. And he took a full tank of juice as well.
Okay.
That seems a little excessive for what's left.
Yeah, from the commentary side, obviously not racing, so you might be making the right decision. I would have thought doing 10 laps on the hard and 8 on the medium would have been a better idea than the other way round.
I'm more concerned he's just took a full tank of fuel as well, because although he did seem to be using a lot more fuel than anybody else, so maybe he's just pushing a little harder. Maybe not one with the car yet, shall we say.
I'll say, because at the moment they've done over half and they've used less than a tank, so we're probably looking at about 1.5–1.75 tanks to finish the race, I guess.
Yeah.
So he does well to hold it together. He's now 2.6 seconds behind Vitamin G, and he's now within. Should be able to see him. No, we can't go in car today. Two things we're not being able to do in the replay this evening. We don't seem to have the replay option.
Nope.
That doesn't seem to work this evening for this. But we'll carry on board with Isrl, watching Ruti as he's now down to 1.6 seconds. So that's 10 seconds he's taken out of Vitamin G. Vitamin G's front left tyre looks like it's pleading with him to be taken off and put on the side to chill out somewhere.
Yeah, I've pretty much got the same story with the rear left on Emperor Buttocks as well. He's I don't know where he's finding the grip, but he's doing really well on seriously worn tyres. Oh, as he clips the wall. Thanks for that.
And that looks like Ruti went to go up the inside. Vitamin G moves over, but that gives the room down the right hand side for Ruti, who now goes back into the lead. Into the hairpin. Vitamin G goes into the pits. The Vitamin G pits on his mediums.
Well, it
that
looks like
frees up Racer now.
Fairly soon, Walters is going to be making a move on Righton Lad. Very, very worn tyres as well, so Walters hasn't come in the pits yet, which might be interesting. Oh, very slidey in that corner. There we go, he's in the pits now. M3 guy down to about an eighth of a tank. I'm getting good at this. I say he's on an eighth of a tank, and now he's come in for a fuel stop.
And he comes.
Tyres as well. He's not taking on new tyres.
That's another few more seconds saved.
Oh, I really do wish the pit stops were a little bit more cinematic, shall we say, because he's actually come out with nearly 3/4 of a tank and a new set of boots. This game is just proving me wrong at every turn tonight. Thanks for that. And the
Ruti up front on the soft tyres, they're half worn across, and his fuel's now down, so he'll be stopping, I'm guessing, as he comes up to the pits this lap.
Right, the only one who hasn't made his first pit stop so far, I believe, is oh no, he's coming for tyres, but Gad Gaming is going to have to come in for fuel at some point.
Ruti was on 0 fuel as he comes into the pit, followed by Raiden as well. And Racer Tay, all the 3 top runners are in the pits at the moment. As Vitamin G comes out of the pits to carry on, he's already pitted, and he does come out in front of Ruti.
Yes, well done.
So he's got a new set of softs on, 1 lap old, half a tank of fuel. He's on his way. Most slightly under fuel, but I think he'll be alright there. Ruti fast up behind him. Raiden now 3 seconds behind and 1.3 seconds in front of Racer Tay. Righton Lad, who is still keeping within distance, 6 seconds behind Racer Tay in 5th.
Gad Gaming really needs to get into the pits now. He's got his fuel warning light on. Now, I haven't driven much in these cars, so I don't know what their fuel economy is like. But it would be a shame if you ran out of juice.
Yeah, it's a long track to get back to the pits for if you time it wrong.
Especially running at, what is it, 50 mile an hour, I think they stick you out if you get really low on fuel. Oh, as he smashes into the wall.
Vitamin G pulling away. It's now 2 seconds in front of Ruti in second, who's got Raiden still sticking with him. Raiden on the soft tires should be eating. Well, no, we'll choose a different word for that. Should be catching. Ruti quite considerably. Yeah, he's taken another 0.2 out. He should be getting more as he comes out of the hairpin with a bit of traction.
Well,
and as he came out of the corner there, he would have seen Vitamin G in first place in front of him as well, as he puts in a fastest lap. It's a purple sector at the moment. So we'll see what speed he gets.
Has gone past the pits again. That's a brave move.
Yeah, managed to come over the line 0.7 faster, so Raiden setting the fastest lap would have won 34.3. He's all over the back of Ruti now. Not a lot of overtake left. Oh! Some excellent avoidance going on there.
Walter's rear diffuser at the moment. There's going to be an overtake there fairly shortly. Hello. Interesting. He's dropping back quite quickly there. He's gone from being within the slipstream to 1.2 seconds behind.
Okay, so he ran out of fuel, or?
No, nearly got 3/4 of a tank and fresh boots as well.
Okay.
And he's on the softs. And Walters is on the medium, so he shouldn't have a problem catching him and keeping with him.
And up near the front we've got Ruti starting to hold up Raiden. Of course, Raiden now doesn't have an awful lot of overtake left, and that's allowing Racer Tay to get all over the back of him as well, and he's got slightly more overtake left. Ruti, who's leading that pack through, has yeah, probably about 5/8.
Well, Gad Gaming is finally coming for fuel, thankfully, and a new set of softs as well. With only 4 laps to go, that might actually be quite a good move if he can. Well, he's 26 seconds behind though.
Oh, so Raiden took that corner far too fast. It's a 1.5 second penalty for Raiden. He caught his up against the side of the Corsair. Puts him further down as he lets off the speed there.
MJ Walters has come out of the pits with another new set of boots as well. He's now on the softs.
Vitamin G again failing to use the overtake button. So if you used none of it and out in first place there. Second Ruti, half the overtake left, conserving that nicely for the last couple of laps. Raiden absolutely flat out through the tunnel section there.
I'm not sure what's going on with M3 guy, but he is really slowing down now. He's got enough fuel and decent boots, he should be able to finish the race, but he's about to have Fran overtake him. I've just noticed as well that M3 guy hasn't used his overtake button.
No, he's still got all his overtake to use.
Yeah, hasn't even used it a little bit, but he's in danger now, losing 7th to Fran.
Yeah, there may be a slight fuel issue there. I think that's fuel saving, maybe. Quickly flipping through. I know Fran
he's got well over a quarter of a tank
filled, but even going up to someone in front like Wrighton Lad has got over half a tank of fuel.
Ah, right, these boys may need to come in for a splash and go at some point then, because they're both well below half. Especially M3 guy.
Eke out at the front, we still have Vitamin G, a safe 1.6 in front of Root, who's had a fantastic race. Raiden is still managing to keep up with them.
Fran is all over M3 guy's arse already.
Yeah, think there's must be some major fuel saving going on there. It's Raiden and Racer Tay. Right and Lad is going in slight no man's land back there.
That's a nice comparison that is at the moment actually. You've got M3 guy who hasn't used his overtake and Fran who's, well, used it all. Oh, I was expecting M3 guy to go defensive then, but he didn't. There might have been a little bit of contact in that corner. Just a little bit, not too much. Nobody got upset over it, so we're alright. M3 guy did clip the corner on the way out, but that could just be a little over exuberant on the accelerator, shall we say.
Yeah, some solid close racing going on there.
Fran is literally ducking and weaving all over the shop. Desperate to get past him. Oh, M3 guy's not really going defensive in the corners either. Oh, massive contact. M3 guy's into the wall. And Fran does the decent thing and waits behind him.
Good driving from the two, or sportsman-like driving.
Yeah.
From them.
Unfortunately, M3 guy did pick up some front wing damage from that again. That's not going to make him a happy bunny.
No, bit of light damage though. Should be that'll wear off in a few seconds.
Yeah, and I think Fran's just made the overtake. And with the way he's driving, he's just going to start pulling away from M3 guy now, unless M3 can sit comfortably behind him. But you know, he's already out of the distance for being within the slip. It's over a second behind already. M3 guy's race is definitely going backwards.
Yeah, I think it's always going to be a difficult one with that one-stop strategy that he's been looking at.
Yeah, definitely not
really
a good strategy for this race.
Whether it's his fault or other people's fault, it really is difficult to get the race done with that strategy if you do get caught. So Raiden is right up behind Rooty now. On the final lap.
M3 guy is, by all accounts, trying to make a bit of a comeback. He really needs to use that overtake button though. Still
Raiden managing to see Rooty off through the port section. Rooty completely out of overtake now. So is Raiden. Vitamin G with a 1 second penalty up in front. This could be where is he going to get rid of this second penalty?
MJ Walters is doing a really good drive at the moment. He's 17 seconds ahead of 7th place. Fran's maintaining his lead from M3 guy. Emperor Buttocks is nearly 10 seconds behind him. And Gad Gaming is 36 seconds behind him.
Oh, Vitamin G having to use his penalty up into the hairpin, went up to the inside, used his penalty up, but coming out of the corner, overcooked it and put it a little bit sideways, and he was taken by Raiden and Rooty. So somehow, which could be against all a few odds at least, Raiden is your race winner with Vitamin G in 2nd place, Rooty in 3rd, Racer Tay coming over the line to take 4th. Right and Lad looks like to be a very solid 5th place there. It's a bit uneventful in front, but he managed to keep a good gap behind. MJ Walter looks like he'll be the one that's going to finish in 6th this evening.
Fran the boss is still pulling away from M3 guy, so I'm guessing M3 guy is really having to play with his fuel today, but he still hasn't used that overtake button either.
Oh no, Fran has cooked it coming out of the hairpin and spun it around to put it into the wall, and M3 guy has gone past him.
Oh, if Fran can't get up to speed enough. Emperor Buttocks is literally closing in on me now, only 2 seconds. and it is dropping fairly rapidly. Fran's going to have a really, really clean last section. Oh, as Emperor puts it into the wall, and then Fran puts it into the wall with a 1.1 second penalty. Scrub that off really quickly, but Emperor is right there now. So drag race to the finish.
Fran out of fuel before the line, do we think?
I think so. He lost a lot of speed there.
There didn't seem to be a great bit of
anything,
power towards
really.
the line, so it looked like a lot of fuel problems there. So what a fantastic finish to the race. Up front, Raiden takes victory, up 3 places, and takes the fastest lap. Absolute superb finish to the race. Many congratulations, gentlemen.
Lovely bit of racing there at the end for M3 guy, Emperor Buttocks and Fran. Unfortunately for Fran, he did finish in 9th. That spin obviously cost him a lot. And then running out of fuel, we presume.
Yeah, a few of them doing that. M3 guy must have just managed to hold back enough. But yeah, it turns out I think M3 guy, even though he's had a couple of, you were calling out some of the incidents he'd had further back there, so it looks like 7th place was pretty good finish for him in the end.
He was getting beaten up quite a lot, to be fair. I'm expecting a steward's inquiry there.
Steward's inquiry. Raiden doing superbly well. Cream rising to the top. Look, a few accidents along the way, picking up a few seconds penalty, but always managing to stay in and around first place. Ruti looks like he just got into a bit of difficulty when his tyres went off towards the end there. Vitamin G doing well. Racer Tay, 4th place, very solid finish. So there we are. Excellent. So we'll look at ending the stream there. Thank you very much for joining in. If you're watching on my channel and you've enjoyed the co-commentating of Craden, check out Craden's YouTube channel as well for lots of attempts at racing and farming.
Thank you.
Other things like that. Like and subscribe. Thanks very much for joining in, everyone.
I suppose I should really do my closure as well. Basically what Budge said, but the reverse. Go check out Budge's channel. He does do a lot of the commentating for Isrl. And what's the other one you do, Budge?
That's it's the multi-class that I do, which will be next Saturday at this time. So it's multi-class 1 week and Super Formula the next, taking it in turns. But we've also got some more races to do, haven't we? Starting tomorrow afternoon.
Yes, we do. Are you with Herbie?
I am, yes.
Right,
yeah,
so we're going to have a Herbie race, and then there's one of my races tomorrow afternoon as well.
Yes.
So it's a bit of a packed calendar, really.
Yeah, it's elimination tomorrow, isn't it? At 3 o'clock or something.
I don't know, I wasn't paying attention.
No, I just said you'd do it.
Yeah, I think it'll be the quickest stream I ever do, because I will be eliminated first, basically. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I better end this stream now. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to pop over and subscribe to Budge as well. And we'll see you very, very soon. Take care all. Bye-bye now.